days for this. The best undead faces the best orc, a rivalry that spans over the past 6 years. Back to when we were at the Blizzard headquarters doing the little invitational. This is where it started to reignite. All right. Happy on the left-hand side. Lynn on the right-hand side. Map is Hammerfall. Let's go.
All right. Let's see what we're gonna be witnessing here with the opening builds. There's not really much innovation to be expected by Happy. The Ghoul build opening is basically what can always be employed. Always seems to be good. We see 1-0 every now and then, trying with Tet Fiends at times. He's a big fan of Tet Fiend build, especially in Undead Mirror. We see it all the time. But in this matchup, it seems very slow. Oftentimes, the Farseer is alone in the early game. That's when the Undead can take advantage of superior creeping force and take a lead creep-wise in the early game. And that is where the Ghouls come into play. With a Death Knight, of course. It's going to be a lot about leveling at the start. Happy wants to level as much as he can. And it's going to be Lynn's task to slow that down. And am I seeing this right? Is Happy again going for a fast Necro? This is the new Happy special, dude. Making Necros all over the place these days.
It's pretty crazy. I saw this versus 40 in the winner bracket semi-final. Necro on the left-hand side for an expo. We'll see what he's doing with that. Lynn, he was experimenting with Firelord first on this map. It looked really, really good, but also, as the Firelord just is, really, really fragile. And he's not going with that. He's going for the most successful build, and that is Fast Tech, Farseer, Early War Mill. And yeah, that is the second Necro for, I guess, a fast attack, right?
Yeah, it is a fast tech indeed. DK can start to creep here in a moment. The resources work out perfectly for Happy, I guess. He has to take a small camp at the start. So the downside of this build is you're going to be stuck on only 5 ghouls for quite a long time, 4 or 5 ghouls. But the tech is indeed very fast. So Happy can't go for one of the bigger camps. He can't go for the oranges. He has to be slow with his creep endeavors, his ambitions at the start of the game.
It is a big change. Less oppressive with ghouls. Last hits go to Happy, but of course, this is all buying time. Coil for the wolf for some extra XP. Alright, not bad. But far away from level 2. Is Lynn ready for the double Necro fast tech builds? Did he do his homework?
Thank you, Impo Dude, for the 250 donations. Has finally submitted my PhD thesis today. Thank you for providing so much procrastination time. Man, congrats, dude. I hope that goes well for you. I have a friend also who's gonna submit his soon. And if you need more procrastination in the future, make sure to tune back in. We got lots more Warcraft in store. Don't you worry.
Yeah, and I guess you can be active in chat then again. Thank you, Impy. Long-time viewer. Much love. And congrats from my side, of course, as well. We're not working on PhD theses, maybe the PhD of Warcraft, and Happy is just surrounded with the wolves. Gets level 2. Can he block?
Hydra?
Wolf block. Hydra damage. And that is no TP. Of course.
No!
Can he read?
No!
No way. No way.
Dude, one hit.
Oh, how frustrating.
One hit away. Did he on accident cancel the Farseer attack? It looked like he was about to get off another attack. Maybe that was slightly mismicroed there. Oh, that would have been so huge. He gets a ghoul kill at least. Almost a second. Going for headhunters, by the way. Fast tech into double racks. Headhunters it shall be again. No mass wyvern here just yet. And Happy is struggling with this low ghoul build, I want to say. Cool idea to have the fast tech. But being lower on ghouls at the start of the game does make things also a lot more difficult in other ways.
Exactly, like creep speed, where usually he would split creep or creep the bigger camps now. With a low number of ghouls like this, it's pretty much impossible. He's also stuck in the base, of course, statues are far away. Can't really heal. Can you afford a potion? Also, not really. Maybe a dagger, but it also takes a lot of time. So maybe saving that hero wasn't the best choice, but then otherwise you're blocking your altar, can't go for the lich. And so it's a bit of passivity. And Lynn is going, wait a minute, Headhunters again. It's not the Wyvern build.
Yeah, exactly. Headhunters here, quick into tier 3 with the Shadow Hunter. He's strong now in the tier 2 stage, and I think this is the perfect early game for Lin, isn't it? DK almost died. I mean, it would have been perfect if the DK did die. But the DK almost died, was forced to stay back for a long time. Still not level 3, having trouble with healing. And Lin has full map control right now. He can take the big camps, and he's taking advantage of that right away. Getting the big consumables. He's got the mana potion already. He's gonna get the next lab. And quickly catching up in experience.
It's also heal wave first. I don't think I've seen this before. Like Shadow Hunter in this matchup at this timing, it's always Hex. But I don't know. Is that so he doesn't have to go back for heal selves?
And Happy's making Gargs, by the way. He's expecting Wyvern. Gargs.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, against Headhunters, that is absolutely atrocious. That goes to show how, for once on autopilot, Happy is right here. He didn't have a Scout Acolyte because this build doesn't allow for a Scout Acolyte with the Necropolis. So he couldn't double check the main base. So he didn't see it was Headhunters. He was just blindly expecting Mass Wyvern because everyone is playing Mass Wyvern these days. But Lin isn't everyone.
Exactly, and that shows the greatness of Lin identifying, yeah, well, of course, the Wyvern build works in a normal game, but you're switching things up, so my go-to strategy works better against what you're doing. While other orcs from Korea would have probably stuck with the Mass Wyvern. He said, no, I got Mass Headhunters, I get my tier 3 up, no problem. And then good luck with your Gargs and your Destroyers.
If Happy goes for Alchemist third blindly, I think he just loses the game on the spot.
Yeah.
He needs a Dark Ranger.
Yeah. This is so interesting to see Happy this passive and this defensive. This rarely happens. And also, he's clearly working with less information than usually. And there's flaws now for sure.
Yeah, normally his Skelly scouting is so outstanding. He always knows where the opponent is. He's double checking. He's making sure he has all the info. Where are the Skellies? He doesn't even have a Rod. Happy is saving so many resources to get tier 3 and triple hero early. He's going blindly Alchemist against Berserkers. I think this game's already over.
I mean, I do appreciate Acid Bomb always in combination with Nova and Coil. You can get some Focus Fire in. But yeah, Dark Ranger would have been quite nice, wouldn't she? Hero focus onto the Alchemist, very, very low armor usually, but the Frost armor is there to apply that armor that he's lacking. But still, heroes are hurt left, right, center. Ghouls are falling in seconds. Looking good for Lin.
Yeah, I'd be getting owned hardcore as he's supposed to. This is not the strat you need to play against Headhunters. Against Headhunters, you need Dark Ranger second, Quick level 3, Skellies very strong. Skellies together strong, you might say. Yeah, Happy just with a completely wrong read. Experimental opening by Happy that was looking interesting to say the least. Of course, hindsight's 2020. Now it's easy to say it didn't look that good. But if Lin applies less pressure, if Happy perhaps creeps a bit safer, if he doesn't go for that green camp, the Hydra in the middle that can be dangerous, could have been a different story. But of course, the big mistake was lack of scouting. Happy are getting completely caught off guard.
No resources, I guess, in this build for a Shade that could have helped. Lin scouting the middle. He did burn through the big mana already. Heal wave level 2, a little bit of healing here and there. And the creep camp is done. No Jack, really. And the TC is very, very, very tanky and ready to stomp.
And there's no silence against him either. Oh my god, this is the TC's dream, dude. This is the perfect game for Headhunters. No silence, no Black Arrow. This should be unlosable on paper. But this is where the game also can get interesting with Happy, because he is the master. If anyone can win from this awful position, it would be him.
Right on, the Maze Runner. He always finds a way out of precarious situations. Usually, Headhunters traded for Ghouls, Alchemist again, getting so much damage. With Destroyers are falling so quickly. What the hell, that piercing damage? Stomp coming in. Wolves are fighting the Hydra. Alright, Lich level 3. This Alchemist just won't die, and Happy, I guess he's taking as good as a fight as he can, but that's left. That's what's left. 3 bruised heroes, an almost destroyed statue, and a destroyer without mana.
Yep.
That's it.
Alchemist is very good against mass air in the Undead Arsenal. And he's not really good for anything else. So these fights are looking as one-sided as they're supposed to so far. With the DK also getting slowed, possibly getting hexed, might be a danger. There's the invuln, has to use that outside of the fight, kind of. Happy's trying to play from range. These Lich pokes have won him many games before. But of course we see Lin here in a big lead.
Got a heal scroll again, no invul, that went to Happy. Nova Steel did work out, so 3-3-1 heroes, close to 2. But Lin's army is just so phenomenal. Going just more and more headhunters. Who needs a big variety when you can just click on one button? Kodo is there for the damage boost, that's sweet. We are approaching level 2 Chain Lightning, level 2 Hex, and also level 2 Stomp if Lin is able to get that red spot, and Happy is in no shape or form to contest that.
Absolutely insane leveling here by Lin. Beautiful game by him, catching Happy unawares. That is rarely seen. We commend Happy's micro all the time, and for good reason. It is the best this game has ever seen. Although Carson would say that is so in XDD. But Happy normally also has a really good read on the game. He almost never gets cheesed. He almost always knows what's going on and what he has to do to counter. Here, he was just too set on the Wyvern tech. Lin here finds a little surprise.
Yeah, that's always what Xlord says about Happy. Like, you can talk about his micro all you want, but his game sense is what it is and what sets him apart. And it's hard for me personally to agree with Xlord, but gotta do what you gotta do. And now Happy is stuck there in the corner, no TP and a TC to stomp everything. This is gonna be brutal.
Yeah, also next to the orc shop, he can go for potions here if he wants. This should be a complete slaughter. The ghouls getting taken out one by one here, trying to split them as best he can. TC out of mana actually, can't use the stomp right now, but it's so many kills coming in so quickly. Ghouls swiftly getting taken out. Lin keeping a supply lead basically throughout all this game. Almost catching another destroyer there as well. He wins this fight also. And now has wonderful, wonderful hero levels. He's on the chase, looking for more kills. Where's the ensnare? There it is! Yoink! One more.
What a yoink, dude! He just teleported 10 meters to the back, right into range of headhunters. This is the dream. Shadowhunter at the shop. Here's the Hex. Still no TP. It's a Stomp coming in a bit. Health, Mana Stone committed, but who needs a Stomp when you do have Ensnare? Cow's just waiting. Another Hex, and the big axe decapitates him. GG! Lin with a little bit of a smirky smile on his face. What a stomp, dude. What a stomp.
Yeah, well played by Lin, playing this position, playing the early game, playing the openings he was given very well. Happy becoming experimental here on the first map, going for the Necro opening. This seems to be his new favorite opening, invest in the Necropolis. That means you save 50 lumber, not having to go for the Ziggurat, which is very nice. But the Necro takes a long time. You're stuck on 20 supply for a long time. The low ghoul count means difficult creeping, means slow leveling. It didn't really seem like a worthwhile trade. The tech was faster, but if you're far behind after the early game, the tech doesn't do too much for you. And then, of course, you know, playing blindly into Wyvern, and it turned out it was the Birdies instead.
Great switch by Lin. Absolutely fantastic. That completely derailed everything that Happy wanted to do. Then, of course, he went for Gargs. That didn't work. Then he went for the Alchemist. Like, oh no, I'm stuck here. Trying to make this a game, but some strategies work really, really well against others, and this was one of these examples.
Yeah, this late game was supposed to look that one-sided. Otherwise, some sorcery must have been going on. So good start for Lin into the series. Happy now perhaps on notice to play the rest of the series a bit more conservatively. Go for a reliable opening and scout. That's also pretty good when you can have an Acolyte Scout at the start of the game. He can look for things that are going on. And indeed, I don't even blame him for trying this build, fast tech, trying to counter into Wyvern, because almost every orc is doing this these days, all the time. But with Lin, you have to give him more respect. You have to look for other options more, because Lin, as you pointed out correctly, likes to switch it up quite a bit.
Always feels so good when Remo's agreeing with me. Rare to hear that. feels so good, though. Just as your subs, thank you, Invigorate, for the gift sub to Changey. That is lovely to see. If you want to support us here on our mission to bring you the best Warcraft 3 on the planet, day in, day out. This, I guess, day 84 or something of our consecutive casting streak. Check out backtowarcraft.com/support. It's a wonderful site that lists you all the ways to support us. Twitch subs, Prime or paid, YouTube membership, Patreon, donos, merch, everything. And did we see the next map already?
We have the confirmation. In fact, we have the map ready and loading in right now for map number 2. For all the happy fanboys out there, there should be no surprise. Northern Isles has been his favorite map for a long time, and so here the trusty choice it will be again.
All right, we've seen some great grand finals on this map where it was oftentimes all about the shop. But before we go into the nitty-gritty here, Nachtigall with another 5 gifted subs, dude, ramping it up to 55 gift subs total. You are one of the MVPs, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much from my side as well. Alright, first decision starting to be made in this game. It is a Farseer opening once again by Lyn against Happy's DK Ghoul start. This is also how map 1 started, but soon the paths might diverge. This is the really cool thing about Farseer Fast Tech. There's lots of different varieties you can go after. The Mass Wyvern is the most common right now, but apparently not so liked by Lyn that we see a lot. But also the Headhunters can be played. Also the Tier 2 expansion can be played. And there's a couple of different variations that the orcs can always choose. And I hope that this time, Happy will be trying to scout to figure out what it is.
He better does. Otherwise, he has to win 3 maps in a row against Lyn, which is not too easy to do. This was only Happy's second map in this tournament that he lost. The first map in the playoffs he lost. But of course, he's amazing in playing from behind, not getting disturbed by any early losses. As I said, this game will be about the shop. Invo Potion, Heal Scrolls, both needed, both wanted, but only one can get it. And this might decide the late game if we ever go there. Happy certainly back to his old style. And now's the question. Will Lyn be able to counter Happy's old style with, like, without the second Necro with the Wyvern again?
Yeah, if it is Wyvern. Also, if Lyn is feeling creative himself, he might try to incorporate something else, having the 1-0 lead here. I will be watching with great suspense to see what's going on. It's not going to be so easy for Happy to see instantly what's going on because he lost the Scout Acolyte. He needs to make sure to follow up with those skellies. Doesn't want to get caught off guard again.
Okay, making creeping a little weird with the Murlocs. Everybody hates them and their end snares, so Happy forced to go into the little green for the level 2. If Lyn can just steal 1 creep here, it's a big dent in Happy's early game, but it's so hard to get them. There we go. Items, not that great, but later for the Alchemist it will be. Second try. Can't get it. Level 2 unlocked.
Level 2 always marks a big upgrade for the undead. That aura makes everything a lot better. And the next step will be get level 3. If he gets this orange and the other green, that will be enough. Lyn would love to get just a single acid. A single acid steal would mess with the creep route, but Happy's playing around it very nicely, and with the big mana potion, finds one of his favorite items.
But that's the first ghoul kill here. Potential for more. 1 coil used defensively. There's more wolves. Resummon. Takes XP away. Happy, of course, with the big mana as he's used to getting. Happy again. This last hit game, dude. It's no coincidence that a Dota team picked him up.
Tier 2 about to finish for Lyn. It is looking like the Mass Wyvern play this time. Here comes the Shadow. It's going to be double bestiary. Alright, Mass Wyvern it will be. If Lyn can now stop the next green camp until the Shadow arrives to stop level 3, that would be perfect. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be where Happy's going right away.
Tier 3 cute. This is gonna be Wyvern and Venom Spears, Shadowhunter, Hex, Focus. With a little bit of disruption there at the Acolytes. Not bad. Happy has to multitask. He's of course very, very good at that. DK is catching some lightning bolts here, eh? Solid damage done.
Yeah, I wonder how nervous Happy is getting. Does he know exactly how far away the Shadowhunter is? Because we all know he's coming soon. As far as it's easy to tell, we see it precisely. Happy may have the time written down, memorized. He's so close. Once at level 3. The little Murloc would do it.
Ooh, another coil had to be used. Big mana drain, big HP drain, but of course Happy gets what he wants. Watch towards level 3. And not too many losses, but at least some accomplishments under Lin's belt. And I guess with the Shadowhunter out, it's time to manipulate the creeps.
Precisely. Shadowhunter hex creeping has been a key component of this strat. Ever since its inception, basically. Before you have too many Wyvern, you need to get a little bit crafty with your creeping. Here we go. Pulling out the Overseer, going for the first big item. The first creep attempt by Lin. Happy's expecting it. He's scouting with a Sentry Ward. And also with a Skeleton, by the way.
Ooh, okay. Happy still decides to not interfere with this. Going for the Marketplace instead. Loves that place. Sells a bit of tanky items. Goes for damage, as he oftentimes does. Soaks up quite a bit of XP with his DK, though. That doesn't end up on the Lich, but heal wards, obviously. Fantastic after this early game.
Yeah, this is kind of the perfect item to find right now. Can use that during creeping to heal up the Death Knight, who was very hurt, which is always a bit scary. While Lin also now starting to creep in earnest. Once you have 4 Wyvern and 6 Wyvern, you can creep very, very fast. Especially with Envenomed Spears being ready soon, right? With this Orc play, of course, the tier 3 tech is super fast. And with Envenomed Spears, could perhaps even go for the red camp. But then again, once you have that upgrade, you may want to look for a fight.
We got a €3 donation by MW3886. Lin versus Happy on a Friday afternoon is a great start into the weekend. Only Metallica in Munich later will top that. Have fun, my friend. Have a lot of fun.
The early game harass. The follow-up phase of this game has been very calm. Lots of creeping, no fighting yet. They're both waiting for their openings, waiting for their power spikes. And Lin is about to hit his first, with the Envenomed Spears about to be ready. Also heading south, away from the center of the map, clearing the natural. Might indicate that Lin is thinking about expanding this game.
And I think there should be time for that. If it comes up, why not? Or at least have the option to go for it. Once you accumulate a bit of gold, you can go for the tiny, but we're both going for the red, as it seems. Happy still has the Magnetor Reaver at full health. He's creeping with the heal ward. All right, that's good sustain, but Lin is here with the damage he needs. Coil on the bat. Heal wave against it. A little bit of a waste. Wyvern throwing their spears onto the Lich was absolutely necessary. Now the bat, can it connect? It would be huge. Happy's in trouble, dude.
Hex on the Lich again. There's one more coil. There is perhaps even more, but the mana potion is gone. Must have been invested somewhere. Going for the Lich once more. Mana potion was on the Shadowhunter, of course. And that is gonna be the kill, is it not? Despite the level up to level 2. Bit of a downside as well. Takes longer to revive right now. Lich goes down. Lin gets the lead. Could perhaps even think about a tiny. And we must wonder, wasn't that a bit too greedy by Happy? He didn't have Frenzy, he didn't have Orb, and he tried for the red camp? This was taking forever.
Maybe he misread Lin's movement. Not really sure. There was no Alchemist either. Happy's trying to re-engage. And that's a bat with the connection. One taken out. Looking very one-sided, dude.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Happy looks a bit off. This is the most off day I've ever seen from Happy, perhaps, in my casting career. Certainly in a long time. Weird creep routes, weird engagements. He's fighting now without an Alchemist. With hardly any mana. There's one coil. That's it. No more mana.
There's Hex. There's another Hex very, very soon. Shadowhunter position looking good. Destroyer's there to the rescue. But is it a rescue really? I don't think so. It's just delaying the inevitable. A second Lich kill. DK level 4. Alright, but all he got is ghouls. And ghouls can't attack Wyvern. The D tier unit, as some streamers say, looking very strong here.
Yeah, absolutely. Lin now in a wonderful position. And Happy is misplaying. Happy is misplaying, dude. This is a new sentence for me to say.
I don't hate that sentence though. He's mortal. He certainly, or Lin makes him look mortal, I guess.
And still, after the engagement, 700 gold for Lin. He can run back home if he wishes, heal up everything, clarity up, and he could still go for a tiny. He doesn't have the perfect lay of the land as we do. We know how much gold and supply Happy has. We know he would have time. It's a lot harder for Lin to make that call right now. But having had now 3 great engagements, 2 hero kills, Lin might just go for the tiny here if he feels far ahead enough, which he should.
Yeah, hero kills, of course, always a bit extreme. The one hero can't level, the other hero level's getting out of control. And how important is a Nova level 2 against Wyvern? It's the essential spell at some point. And on the other side, we got a lot of hacks. We got level 2 heal wave, which is obviously the counter to these AoE spells. So the one can't get his damage out. The other player gets his healing pretty much doubled. That's not too great. So there's some catching up to do, but it's relatively easy for Lin now to read where things are going. Because only on the upper left-hand side there's experience left, and Happy has to go for that. But it will be punished again.
There is possibility here for Happy to come back through the heroes. The answer for Undead to come back from behind is basically always through the heroes. High-level Undead heroes can be insanely potent in the very late game, but progress has to be made. Lich needs to level more, Alchemist needs to level more, and now being behind in this game, clearly behind, even the Death Knight probably needs level 5.
Oh, that's a possibility for sure, as Lin is allowing this red spot. Big item needs like a flute or something. Oh, not really. Double ring of regen, kinda nice. Bit of HP and armor on the Alchemist, and Lin arrives in time. Happy has no TP. Is it time to fight already, or do you want to make that expansion work? I guess there's no real reason to fight right now without a third hero, without the level 5s. Taking a sweet time.
You see some raiders in the mix as well. It's always a bit of a luxury to be able for Orc to go for raiders. You first need a whole bunch of Wyvern to have crazy damage output. If you go raiders too early, they don't do anything for you. You can ensnare, but you can't kill stuff because you're lacking the damage. So first you need the huge Wyvern army, and then if you have all that DPS, then raiders are insane. The single target pickoff potential here is out of this world already and getting crazier. 70 supply for Lin, 2-1 upgrades, double heal scroll as well. Heal scrolls so important against the AoE. And now this creep check to perhaps finish the game. Bad Rat is coming in, get off the connection, the Garg is gone instantly. Lich hurt already, now only level 3. Chain Lightning dodged with the Invul Potion just in time, saving the Lich. Can Happy do it with the heroes only? Wyvern numbers are decreasing, only 5 left up in the air. This fight is actually not looking too bad for Happy. Lin losing a lot of units here, but also taking out key targets. No destroyers anymore, no statues anymore, only heroes and ghouls left.
And not too many ghouls either, mate. It's only the heroes, and we do have more mana on at least the Fascia. Not too much. Oh, who needs Hex if you can't have Ensnare? Raider up front. Wyvern not needed because of the Chain Lightning. It's the 3rd kill on the most important hero, and Lin's movement with Raider Shadowhunter is just out of this world. He's blocking the DK from reaching the shop. There should be a way out with the new Hex, and more spears is another kill, and Lin is cruising towards a 2-0. Oh my
Happy
god.
has basically nothing left. He's trying to go for the Tavern Res, but he's way too far behind. GG is called. Lin takes the 2-0 lead against Happy. What nobody else could do this tournament, Lin is doing with one hell of a performance so far. To be completely honest here, we must also mention Happy is playing the weakest this entire tournament so far, and the weakest we've seen him play in a while. But we must remember, Happy's also great at coming back from being behind in a series.
That's right. Maybe a little showman here, just giving Lin the easy 2-0 and then reverse sweep. We've seen some reverse sweeps this tournament. It's not out of the equation, and certainly not out of the equation when the player is Lin. But for that, he has to step up his game by like 100%. These hero kills can't happen. He was in a solid position, I think, after the early game. The harass was good. A couple of ghouls went down, a lot of DK HP went down, but then he went to the Tuska, found the mana potion. Usually that's the way when things spiral out of control and Happy takes the lead. Wasn't the case here at all. there was no way back, really. The Bad Rider connection was fine. Creepjacks were fine. Happy not interrupting the mid-camp Shadowhunter creeping. Already felt a little off. And then it was just the Lin show here today.
Yeah, it was definitely questionable for him once he had the Lich and the tier 2 creeping rolling to go for the red camp. That takes so long. Even if he doesn't get creepjacked there, I think he's losing tons of efficiency taking so long to creep this camp. But of course, getting creepjacked, losing those units, losing the camp to the opponent that threw him so far behind, losing the Lich a second time, that was game there already. And Happy taking risks. Happy going for camps, going for maneuvers that are not guaranteed to work out. That's rare. Normally he always has the right play to go for. And honestly, I think in this game it was a pretty obvious one. You finish the lab, and then you just go for the natural. That's an easy creep, easy level ups for you, easy items, safety is there. The red camp, that's the gamble. That's the risk that he didn't need to take. He had level 3 Death Knight, the early game was fine. There was no way he was behind. I think there was just a simple strategic mistake that Lin, of course, beautifully punished right away, and Lin now up 2-0 against Happy. Might be able to best him here in the upper bracket final. Was it 2 seasons ago? I think Happy was coming from the lower bracket, right? But then still was able to beat Lin in the grand final in the end.
That's right. 40 threw him to the lower bracket after round 2 in the playoffs. But yeah, Lin could get up to with a 2-0 win streak here. Interesting times in the Warcraft scene. We got more subs, by the way. Thank you, Boomshroom90 with a 20-month. No matter what, Warcraft 3 always wins. And Dawn of War 90 with a 9-month. No, 52-month. Oh, damn, that's a long time. But I want to go back to the donation that we got during the game and ask you, Mr. Remo Demo. You can choose between Happy versus Lin with me by your side as a co-caster, or a Metallica concert in Munich. What would you be going for?
It's Happy versus Lin every day. I would be going for a Happy versus Lin with, I mean, it's great to have you there, but I would even do it with Saddam Hussein. I don't care. I don't care about Metallica. Happy versus Lin, dude. I could watch this all day, every day. Give it to me straight, baby. And map number 3 is perhaps even more tempting and tantalizing than the previous ones, because Lost Temple will be our map. And here, with Lin being up 2-0, I'm kind of expecting a cheese already. LT is such a weird map. It's so hard to predict. So many possibilities. And being up 2-0, why not? Why not risk it?
That's right. So we criticized Happy a little bit. I gotta say, Lin's engagement on the left-hand side for the lab also wasn't perfect. Not as perfect as I've seen it in the something Sword Cup, where he took the first victory. The Wyvern splits can be improved upon. So this wasn't even Lin's final form. And that's kind of scary if you're Happy.
Yeah, indeed. Lin is looking really, really good in a straight-up solid game so far. It was a nice pivot into a Headhunters that Happy absolutely didn't see coming map 1. Map 2 then was really standard by today's meta with a Mass Air. Lost Temple oftentimes makes for very unique games. It is very weird in terms of creeping, very awkward in fact, when you want to get to level 3. It's amazing for fast expansions. The spawning positions are random, so much wackiness going on here. Also oftentimes lends itself to different hero choices. For example, with the Fountain, Blade Master, and Grunts, always great with that. And this is the map where Happy loves playing Dreadlord first. Dreadlord is normally never playable against Orc, but might LT be an exception? And of course, if it's Dreadlord, then it should be Expo as well. We will have our answers soon, Neo, because it's time for map 3. Let's jump in and not miss anything.
Can't wait. Made, if he wants to go for a fast expansion, these are the perfect spawning positions. Happy on the left-hand side, facing 3 match points versus Lin. Has to win 3 in a row now. Nothing that he hasn't done before, though. And Lin is probably not the starting position he was looking for. Far away from a possible Happy fast expansion, but still not cross-map. He can reach the main base of Happy quickly. And he is, oh, and I love this, going for a Blade.
Yeah, Blade Master, classic, as I said, on this map with the Fountain, Blade Grunts, really good. And also, it's a huge map. It's a potential for great late game triple hero. Blade Master, absolutely outstanding potential on this map if we do go late. Happy's going for DK Fiends. So no weird Dreadlord play here, which I think is understandable. Dreadlord is very cool, but normally pretty bad in this matchup. Happy did send the Acolyte to the natural here. So he doesn't have to expand. It might just be for creeping. It is straight level 2 for the DK, which is nice. But it could be an expansion in theory.
DK Fiend expansion? Who's playing that?
No Fiends. Just DK Ghouls, Expo.
Ah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. The Blade Master is, of course, a pretty clear path. That is temple, temple, temple. Creeping, easy. Stacking up items, easy. And there's a win condition that is on Lost Temple. You know it, Remo. Whoever gets the fountain gets the win. The game could just finish after a fountain.
Right. The bet is on again. Oh yes, that gives.
What do you mean the bet?
It gives us even more.
It's a rule of nature.
Yeah. Your theory shall be tested, Neo.
It's like theory. You know, there's gravitation. That's just a natural thing that happens. It's physics. It's Warcraft physics.
Good theories can be falsified. This theory can be falsified. We shall see what it's going to be looking like. DK getting level 2 here right away. Starts off with the ring. Blade Master, of course, looking for the items in the middle. Gloves and claws would be wonderful for him as the tech is coming up. The downside, of course, of the Blade Master opening is you only have one grunt for a long time. So Lin can't be too aggressive, really. Does he have an option to cancel the Haunted? Once the Narrow is up, that's going to be difficult.
That's true. Blade Master is kinda hurt. Happy steals it, but can't prevent Blade Master level 2. We got double gloves. Not bad. We got a heal self, so Blade Master will be up, but Lin not going for an expo. Maybe couldn't really confirm. Oh, he did confirm it. So where's he going with the blade then?
And, you know, since this is Lost Temple, we didn't even lose our minds because Happy's fast expanding. Because, you know, Lost Temple. But normally Happy never, ever, ever fast expands versus Orc. Normally always tries to get to tier 3. In fact, in most matchups quickly. And that's understandable. I would say against Orc especially, it might be the most painful not to have tier 3 for a long time. Because that means no Orb, no Frenzy, and perhaps most importantly, no Destroyers. No Dispel against Hex. No Dispel against Spirit Link. Tier 2 Raider Walker could be crazy strong this game.
I gotta say, he played a bit more fast expansion versus Orc, especially on Twisted, in matches versus Fly specifically, which led to him occupying 7 gold mines at the end of the game, and Fly had 1, which was a very, very one-sided, yet entertaining approach. I don't think it's crazy, but yeah, you're right. There's certainly timings that can abuse this on that fast expansion.
The most glaringly obvious that sometimes we see is Mass Wyvern. Is Lin gonna dare to try to go Mass Wyvern? Of course, without a tech, Undead also doesn't have anti-air for a long time. He's going TC second, which I like. Great late game hero. Happy's gonna be weak in the mid game, presumably, having no tech for a long time. And it's not Mass Wyvern, it is the Raider Walker. TC, Raider Walker, this could be crazy strong in a tier 2 open fight. But Lin, then again, might just be going for the late game. He could just go expansion himself, 2 base, and tier 3 on both sides with triple hero. That could make for a bombastic late game.
Great minds think alike, Remo and Lin in strategic unison. I like it. Very little creeping thus far. Nobody is really uber pimped. We got a staff on the Blade Master, which I like, especially when the map is so big. Mobility is the key, and that might help him to go for level 2 critical strike. With the Blade Master, it's always a bit odd, right? Like, Windwalk 2 is still good. Crit level 2 is so good. You want to cover a lot of distances, so that makes it kind of natural to go for Windwalk, as you can cover more ground. But with the staff and good scouting, you can make up for it and still go for the big damage, which is what you want, always.
Happy just wasted a lot of time, by the way. With the ghouls and DK, he was scouting around, trying to find the opponent's main base. Didn't find it. Finds him instead in the middle. Steals the last here as well with the coil. That's a big deal. Getting close to level 3. Getting a surround on the Torn Chieftain, but next to the fountain. And he can be popped out. Can he not? Yes, he can. And the battle for the fountain is on.
He has to retreat already. All that poison, we know it from Hammerfall. That's not the best thing to go when you are on ghouls. But the creep has been disrupted, and it's still everyone's game.
On tier 2, there's going to be plenty of upgrades becoming available for Happy, but also Lin's army is getting stronger by the second. Ensnare with Raiders, Walkers with Spritling, also with the magic damage. I think with the first Raider out already and Ensnare done, Lin's going to get full map control. Happy needs to find out how to get value out of these ghouls or what his next steps will be.
Lin has no Stomp, so it's only one disable. Walker, great damage versus ghouls as well. And Lin is doubling down on the Beast Tree. He has a lot of options now. Ensnare, Raider, Mass, Blade Master hunting, TC creeping. This looks like a well-executed dance by Lin right now, and Happy doesn't really hit the right rhythm.
Happy going for Fiends. I feel like I haven't seen those in this matchup in a long time. Double Crypt, Fiend production, going tier 3. Old school Fiend Destroyers. It shall be. And if Happy's playing with an Expo lead, this is going to give him a big edge, of course, later on, having a huge army. But Lin will be pulling ahead in levels most likely, and he's going to get 2 big items here in the mid.
Yeah, and we can end the game right here. I mean, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Fountain is victory. Big heal potion, super nice. Wonder if he goes for Storm. Oh, and the stone, yeah, let's go. He has to pound soon, though. Raiders there to destroy buildings and bases. He didn't hit an expansion or the main ever in this game. And Happy's on the way to tier 3. And that's where things are getting dangerous for Lin.
Happy scouting with a Skelly, saw Lin in the middle, also went for a TP purchase. I like that a lot, because a Creep Jag would be devastating for him. He has no map control here for a long time. He needs to have a way to get out. And also trying to level up right now. Oh, Blade Master with the possibility of having the big steal here. Oh, but he's actually getting attacked. Oh, gets the last hit, but not the item. But big last hit, big experience. Almost level 3 now. With Happy, though, picking up the Mana Stone. And the Blade Master is in trouble. Right click's coming through. The Blade Master dies to the last shot of the Lich. And that's a big kill for Happy.
Yeah, it's kind of lucky that it's only level 2. So maybe a Tavern Hero Revive is not really necessary. 70 seconds on the clock, though. TC without the blade. How much damage can he do to the structures in Happy's base? Coming in with Shockwave. Diving deep. He's just going for...
What?
For the main.
He's going for the Citadel.
Main.
He's trying to prevent the tech. He's trying to prevent Happy's tech with lots of Raiders and Shockwave. Oh, if this works, this would be sick. But the Acolytes are repairing en masse. I think he's going to get it. Another Shockwave.
Yeah.
No way!
Oh my god! TC will die, presumably.
Will he? Will he?
Will he? Will he?
Oh, the coil! He was out of range! The Ensnare kept him out of range. He just destroyed his tech. Tier 1 for Happy, 10 minutes in.
He can tech at the Expo. He still has 10 Acolytes. Another Shockwave would have wrecked this entire economy and delayed the tech even further. But yeah, he's down techs. Lin is going tier 3 while Happy's on tier 1. Can't you believe it?
Yeah, if Lin was tier 3 already, had a Shadowhunter out, I would say this is the perfect game. But Lin is also lacking some tech. And most importantly, Lin is lacking an expansion. Happy has more income, higher supply numbers, and could invest soon into Fiend tech as well, I think. Attack upgrades on those Fiends would make sense. And Happy realizes there's no TP on the Orc side as so often. Always going for the burrows. And we don't have reinforced.
That's annoying for sure. Lin has good resources. Can repair, can rebuild, and he's close. So Happy has a TP. When is it time to get out? Blade is back, level 3 this time. Going for the statues right away. Love it. Not too many orcs do it, even though it's relatively easy. Should hold that second burrow. So it's a nuisance, but it's nothing game-breaking. And I guess this is fine still with the tier 3 on the way. What orc goes for the Black Citadel, dude? I can't believe this just happened. What a strategic genius Lin is.
Yeah, super
And then he
sick.
put his execution on top. Like, what a god.
And that after the Blade Master died, by the way. What a sick
Yeah,
game
yeah,
sense this
yeah.
is. He's like, okay, I lost my Blade Master. It's like that meme from that dude from the car show. Now what? Because he still knew he had a very strong tier 2 timing. The Raider Walker, I'm telling you, before Destroyers, so strong. And that's the thing. Destroyers are so far away.
Told you, man. Whoever gets the middle gets the game. Oh, Happy's frustrated. See it in the player cam. You can see it in the player cam. He's not happy with this series at all.
The Raiders are back. TC almost level 4. He's got decent mana. Mana Stone still available. And he's just going for the buildings. We're just going for the buildings, ladies and gentlemen.
We do not have a speed scroll, so this is a little fragile. Heal scroll against Nova. TC still holding on to the Mana Stone, which is fine. Everything's clumped up. Let's storm here, man. The fighting army for Lin isn't the greatest, and we're fighting in Happy's base. This is the best chance he gets to turn this around.
Yeah, honestly, I think not going for the buildings is a mistake here. Happy has Blight, Happy has Statues, Happy has Coils. He's got so much healing. There's no healing in Lin's army. Happy may not have tier 3, but he's got the way better damage output versus healing equation here.
Still fighting, still trying to retreat. Not too easy. He's getting kills done, though. He's still getting kills done. That was the second last call. He's trying to get rid of a lot of ghouls. Maybe to prevent split creeping and base attacks. And I guess he salvages it. But about that strategic genius phrase I just said, Remo, maybe even a god has its flaws every once in a while.
Yeah, I think if he had just threatened the buildings and backed off, go to the expansion, threaten that, back off. Like, his goal clearly here was to buy time. Buy time for the expansion, which is now halfway done. But he didn't have to commit to a fight to buy time. He could have just been running around, which would have been the better choice, I guess. Because lost quite a bit of army here. Happy also lost some units, but Happy has so much income. He can replenish quickly. And soon Happy's going to be level tier 3. And those Destros will be a godsend for the undead.
He's getting to close-ish to level 4 on the Blade as well. But first and foremost, for the Orc, red spot for Happy, Cloak of Flames, kind of sellable. Lin has the Expo up. It's scouted. And this is... Oh,
can he get it again?
Towers.
Can he get it again? If he gets the Black Citadel again, dude. Happy to TP quick. And repair quick.
Same timing pretty much.
He's not repairing.
No destroyers. He's trying. Shockwave hits a lot, but he's forced into this fight now. Otherwise, Lin will lose a lot. He still doesn't have a TP nor a heal scroll. Is this a gigantic throw by Lin?
I think again he's making the same mistake. Threaten the bases, sure. Force Happy to TP, sure. But there's no way you're winning a fight. Not on Blight, not against all these statues, not against all these fiends. He's getting some kills. That's fair enough. Takes out another statue. Okay, Lin is getting a good number of pickoffs here. It says 1700 gold lost, actually. Maybe this was a good trade, but Lin is left with not much anymore.
41 food only. Expo also not fully saturated. The Blade Master's getting kind of crazy, by the way. If you look at the inventory, double claw, gloves, circlet, and orb. Not too bad, not too bad. Inches away from level 4, level 2 crit. But Happy finally gets his tier 3, and nobody's stopping that destroy upgrade anymore.
Yeah, it's about to finish. Frenzy also being upgraded. Happy could transition into ghouls if he wants. Ghouls or fiends? What's better here? I'm not sure. And also, third hero for Happy, insanely late. But the Dark Ranger is always good.
True. I don't think you want to go Alchemist here again like you did on Hammerfall. Lin is going for Shadowhunter now as well. TC getting kind of closest to 5. Could, of course, retrain to Stomp if necessary. My god, what a great game this is. Cool back and forth. Lin is getting another red spot. Biggest item left on the mainland. And his expansion is running uncontested. Unfortified as well, though.
Yeah, I guess I underestimated how many kills Lin was getting in that fight. Claws plus 12! Oh my god. TC almost level 5, Blade Master level 4. With those claws, Lin might be in a winning position now.
Okay, he's getting rid of a couple of peons, but this is definitely a TP. Okay, big red numbers, boys. Big red numbers! Not just yet.
Lin is rich. Starting up
Yeah, and you got a lot of gold, too.
the production tab now. Oh, and he's rich. Yeah, true. And Venom Spears. Wyvern with walkers can be quite good in the ultra late game if you can keep the walkers alive to protect the Wyvern and everything else.
Actually, he could also go for Tauren. He did that before.
There's a fountain on this map. I mean,
Yep.
if there's a map to do it.
He has the totem already as well. He got the resources for it.
Lin is playing a sick game here, dude. Lin is playing a sick game. It looked pretty horrible at some point. Ensnare from across the map. Hello, says the Destroyer to the rest of the Orc army. But Lin, not too sure if he wants to fight here yet. He has lots of growing still to do. More Wyvern will be adding lots more damage.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so sick. If he gets the items from the shop, like Keel Scroll Invo Potion, I don't think Happy has a huge chance. Hero Focus is so easy now if you're Lin. This Blade Master, he retrained to Stomp. He will get Hex in a bit. He got Ensnare. His heroes are tanky due to Spirit Link. He got the damage output, and Happy doesn't have Invols.
Happy has a bunch of statues, though. He can morph to 80 supply destroyers here in a moment, try to crack the expo. This is a scary timing. The heroes are super strong for Lin, but all of his units could die in a matter of seconds.
He doubles down on Wyvern. No bats. Maybe thinking that there is web when there isn't.
Oh, if Lin holds here, this will be his series 3-0. Can he do it? TC running in, getting silence right away, breaks it. He did reskill, going for the stomp in the back line. The Fiends here stunned for quite a while. The Destroyer damage, of course, is immense. Shadowhunter only level 1. That's a problem here for Lin. The Shadowhunter just gets absolutely obliterated. Coil Nova, and he melts away. And there goes the healing. There's a heal scroll still on the TC, but as I kind of expected, the army is evaporating here for Lin, going down so quickly, down to less than 40 supply now. The Dark Ranger may have fallen, but it's not really a very important hero. Happy's mana is very low, though. The Lich is in trouble as well. Trying to go for the kill with a Stomp. He might have it as well with a critical strike. It could be enough. The Death Knight TP transfers to save the Lich on 20 hit points. But Lin does hold, having lost, however, a ton of army.
Oh my god, dude, this was so close. He didn't get a crit for like 6-7 hits in a row. And once the Lich gets the town portal, he gets 2 back-to-back, 2 crits. Ay. Game on a knife's edge. Lin's alive, bent and bruised. Expo still standing. I wonder if it wasn't a mistake to not go for bats. They would have helped a lot. But this is always now the Undead Orc late game. You got Destroyers. They don't have mana. They cost 5 supply and they do as much damage as a Walker. Really bad units at this stage in the game. I don't know. Like, the supply is kind of lying at the moment.
Lin is still looking for the initiative. Blade Master harassing in the main base, reducing mining, trying to force TP home by Happy. He knows Happy would just love to either attack right now or be creeping. But the Death Knight is about to hit level 5. I would love to see some more mana potions by Happy. I think he hasn't been investing enough in mana pots.
Strapped for cash right now. Again, Lin is attacking the base without a speed scroll. This worries me a bit. He's getting some damage done, but he needs to... There's no TP.
Invul breaks the silence once again. Big Stomp from the TC. The level 3 Stomp here against the Fiends is absolutely glorious. That's the thing with Fiends versus Ghouls. The Ghouls can run away from the TC. The Fiends can't really. Cyclone up in the air. The TC can't use the Stomp at the moment. Another Cyclone should be there, but doesn't use it in time. A little bit too slow with the Cyclone usage. Shadowhunter, though, dead again. This guy stays underleveled this whole time. Dark Ranger level 2. Now we got Black Arrow as well. The Raider almost goes down, but gets away. Kodo Beast, however, slower than the rest. There's still one Wand of the Wind left as well. Happy gets that kill. That's a Fiend coming back. Lin may need to TP away to save the rest of the army.
He's going for a heal scroll, wants to continue brawling with some mana still left on the TC. No speed scroll, man. That really hurts. Aiming for the Lich once again. There is Frost Armor. Dispelled. Crit. Invuln. Okay. Big stomp. But how do you heal that cow? There might be stake on the menu here, but also this Blade Master getting crazy. 210! And he gets the DK! Level 5. The crits were crazy already. There we go. It's a double kill.
Damn! The mana potion stomp. He's getting all the kills now. The purge into crit from the blade. Getting away on 40 hit points. Happy still with a big supply lead, actually. Fighting now only with the Dark Ranger. She's trying to solo level. Gonna get more experience. Lin at 50 supply again, though. And quickly remaking the army as fast as he can. Dark Ranger buys the TP. Creeping up bottom left. Trying to get level 3. But it's the Blade Master show now.
Dude, Warcraft 3 is the best game in the history of games. How can anyone produce an RTS and not put heroes in the game? You guys are mad and idiots. This is glorious, glorious Warcraft. Glorious RTS, glorious gaming. 23 minutes, man. Mains expired. We're down to one base.
Lin, is he looking for the altar? He's looking for the altar snipe, isn't he? No, he's going for the slaughterhouse. I wonder if that might be a mistake. There's a TP on the Dark Ranger. She is level 3. The Lich was tavern rezzed. The DK still benched for a long time. I guess Happy knows he has to go for the tavern as well for the first hero.
Good kills. Everything's bruised for Happy. Supply is even. And Happy couldn't close out the game with a 20 food lead against the level 2 blade. Now the supply is kind of even. And we got a level 5 blade. A 3-0 is likely.
Purge again. The TC level 5, by the way. Such a baller this game. It's got potions as well. Potions. Supply is almost even.
Yeah, Lin knowing that it's weekend, man. All the potions ready to pop. And his expansion will last longer than Happy's expansion. He's kind of safe. Happy is under pressure in the hero department, in gold. And also map control, like he can't really get out.
$1,500 gold, the lifeline here for Happy. The big Achilles heel for Lin, of course, is the Shadow Hunter. The healing is greatly in favor of the undead. Now we finally have a mana potion for the Death Knight as well. There's still tons of creeps on this map, believe it or not. Happy could level the Lich to level 5.
Okay, he will be under attack though. TC at the shop. Another invuln, of course. It's all about the heroes. Chat says, I have no nails left. Yo, dude. It is a nail biter indeed. Both players, absolute geniuses. Who has the better late game now?
Lich gets level 5. Happy has to TP home. Lin with the supply lead. The first time perhaps this whole game.
And Destros have no mana, right? No. 5 Destros, no mana. There's no damage. Here we go. Lin about to close this out. The grand final is nigh. 1 hero kill, and that must be it. Blade Master running around like a headless chicken for a time being, aiming for the DK. Storms are, of course, amazing, but there's plenty of coils.
No invuln. Lich is trying to abuse the fact that there's no invuln on. The Lich is trying to save himself with coils and frost armor, but it might not be enough. Heal scrolls, everything trying to be used, but the crit, 300 crit for the Blade Master gets the kill, but he dies as well. Blade Master falls. Supply is still very even. Fighting in the undead base. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not over yet, guys. Ensnare's coming in. Wyvern going down as well. Dark Ranger soon to reach level 4. And Lin has to back off. This fight perhaps not going his way in the end. Happy looking for more follow-up kills. He's got mana potion on the Death Knight. He can go for more kills here. He's got Dispel against the Spirit Link as well. Coil Flies gets this one. Level 4 on the Dark Ranger. Lin runs away with a speed score. Level 6 Torrent Chieftain. He shall not die. But the Blade Master did. Oh, mismicroing the army. Another one goes down. And the Kodo also about to drop. Oh my god, is it happening? Happy with 1.5 feet in the grave already. But the blade is back.
Oil from afar. TC, he didn't use the speed scroll. Wonder if that was a mistake. Blade, bruised. Lin is not fighting against the Lich right now, but he barely has any army. What a game. Okay, we can check how much gold is left for Oh. Nothing. He's out of gold now.
Yes.
Lin still has 6k to mine.
Ooh, this is it. Okay, Lin. If he holds this expansion, it will be his game. Happy has to unsummon a bunch. He can unsummon a bunch. Get more potions, for example. The big weakness for Happy there was not having an invuln. Lin was abusing it like crazy. Maybe a bit tunnel visioned on that lich. I mean, he got the kill in the end, but it cost him so much. Needs to get the next invuln. And there he picks it up.
Dude, shop control, man. I mean, there's 2 shops on this map, but let's be honest. Only the bottom left-hand side shop matters, and Lin's shop control there is outstanding. Clarity is running. Shadowhunter is approaching level 3, but only weak healer. Yo, you're not approaching anything but your grave, buddy. No healing for the blade. Needs that invul potion ASAP. If the blade dies, I think this game is over. Trying to retreat, pulling Happy apart, and it is over. No way. Oh, yep. Leave that chair immediately, buddy. You know what a throw that was. Only Happy can bring a game like this back. No money. Losing heroes pretty much the entire game. And he still makes it work against 304 critical strikes. What a god.
Seriously, what a god. What gods these two are. Yeah. Lin also playing as an expansion for so long, not having an expansion of his own. We were questioning him like fools whether he should be fighting there. I think the first time he attacked into the main base, that really was a big throwaway of units. But the time they attacked the expansion, they actually also got a lot of return kills. And the TC levels, man, the TC levels were carrying him like crazy. Got to level 4 so quick, got level 5 fast, even level 6 in the end. And just barely not enough. Dude, just barely not enough. Had that expo run out 1 minute earlier, Happy was dead. But makes it work. Makes it work just by the damn skin of his teeth.
Yeah, Lin was ultra aggressive here. Wonder if a speed scroller to one more town portal, a little bit of safety could have helped. But against Happy, man, you have to play it on the edge. And if you see an opportunity, then I guess that's what you're going for. We have to think back to like the 10-minute mark. Happy was down to tier 1 when Lin was on tier 3. And he turned it around. That is unreal. The comebacks of this guy are unreal.
This game was so hard on the edge, on the blade, if you will. Like, also when Happy attacked the Orc expansion and then just TP'd out the Lich in a split second. Like, he didn't even need a crit. He just needed one higher damage roll. And the Lich was dead. And everything else was basically dead. What a close game it was. What a wonderful, wonderful display by these two legends. This is exactly the kind of game that we were hoping for. This upper bracket final, these two guys are cementing themselves once again as the best players of all time. What a joy it is to watch them play. What a privilege it is for us to see them duke it out. And yeah, after this kind of game, of course, they're going to need a little bit of a break. That was nerve-wrenching. And so we're going to have 1 or 2 minutes. But shortly we'll continue with the next map. Map number 4 shall be Turtle Rock, by the way. Gonna be Lin's choice.
All of the remaining maps are Lin's choice. This is not that easy for Happy, but I wonder if now psychology comes into play. Because you know that Happy's not deterred from a 0-2. You know, so then I have to win 3 maps like I usually do. That's totally fine. For Lin, though, having the opportunity to close it out, to be 2-0 up, to get all the chances in the world here on Lost Temple, getting the fountain on Lost Temple to meme a bit, and then not being able to close it out. He's not that iron forged.
Oh yeah, the theory has been falsified, Neo.
Nah, it's an anomaly. Happy's an anomaly.
Oh, it's an anomaly. Okay.
Yes, nobody can explain. It defies the laws of Warcraft physics what DK is able to do.
Yeah, it almost was proven, the theory again, but yeah. I wonder if... I don't think this is going to really affect Lin's mental negatively. Like, Lin's been in this position many times. He must realize this game was so hard on the edge. Could have gone either way on multiple occasions. That being said, though, normally, if you get Blade 5 and TC 5, the game is over. That is just Ownage Town fully online. Level 3 stomp into all the fiends. Critting like crazy. He had 3 claws of attack, one of them being claws plus 12. Orb of lightning, invo potions, stealing all the invulns so well. The Shadowhunter was clearly the one weak link. Shadowhunter was just getting absolutely blasted time and time again. Couldn't contribute. Maybe that's the one mistake by Lin, right? Should have kept the Shadow, which was so underleveled, way in the back. He was too far in front. Shouldn't even perhaps have been grouped in this kind of a game.
Yeah, so had to protect him at all costs, and he couldn't. But that's the openings that only Happy sees, man. Or makes work. I think a lot of people see them, but then it's another thing to go through. Ensnare, Spirit Link, Lin's control. These guys are operating on the highest of levels. I heard that we got 1,000 viewers on YouTube as well. Nice to see. Smash that like button on YouTube. Of course, there's a like button for streams as well. If you hit that, our stream gets recommended to more people. And if you think that more people should see this extraordinary Warcraft, hit that like button, everybody.
Oh, I certainly think so. With games like these, how could you refuse? Our 2 players very deservingly and necessarily took a break after that barn burner of a game on map 3, where Happy stays alive, takes the series one step closer with 1-2. Map 4, Turtle Rock, it's about to begin. About 1 minute or so, and then we're gonna be ready. Turtle Rock, in the last few weeks, we saw a lot of mass air play, lots of mass wyvern play. Lin, as we saw, has the capacity to play this. Did it once this series already, but he likes to switch it up, doesn't he? Likes to switch it up quite a bit. Might be something else again.
And on Turtle Rock, pretty much everything is possible that doesn't revolve around expansions. I've seen the torrents work here. So why not? I guess the most likely thing is Wyvern again, because that is the winning strategy. But nowadays Warcraft, you can never really be sure.
We show that we appreciate the subs here coming in. DocBird74 with a first-time Prime sub. Welcome. And a long-time returning sub, CN09 with the 46 months. Says Warcraft 3. War 3 is Imba. Hell yeah, it is. When these two are playing, certainly. We are waiting with bated breath. Map number 4, about to kick off. Lin being Lin, I wouldn't be too surprised if this is the 4th different build on the 4th map.
Yep, I wouldn't mind. Obviously, as I said, I think Wyvern are the most likely. But with this guy, you never know. I do have the feeling, though, that Lin doesn't put his trust in the Blade Master anymore after the last game.
Yeah, Lost Temple is a crazy good Blade Master game. Blade Master map. Can always rely on the late game there normally. I would even also go so far as to say that Twisted Meadows is amazing for Blade. Turtle Rock, a little bit less so. Turtle Rock has one key feature for the undead early game. You can creep the green camps really easy. You can get a lot of items here from the green camps very easily. But reaching level 3 is very difficult in a quick manner. And that is normally the key target for Farseer Harass for the Wyvern on tier 2. You want to be on the undead's behind, slow him down, make sure he doesn't get level 3, and if you can ensure the Death Knight is stuck on level 2, on tier 2, then that makes very often for a great Wyvern game.
Okay, Lin, can you close it out? Or will you fall? And this will be another reverse sweep in the history of Happy. I guess if Lin loses this map, he's losing the 5th map as well.
Yeah, I think so too. It might be now. Do or die. Another sub coming in. Cunny Burn, thank you very much for the 3 months. It's up the wazoo so far. The play of these two players. Farseer fast tech, as was basically expected. And a little bit of an acolyte pull here for the first time, trying to mess with Farseer creeping, but Lin might just harass instead.
And that worked before, so why not do it again? It worked in the Sword Cup as well. That was the winning strategy. I wonder what Happy's reaction is now. He can bank on a solid late game, but not a too far down late game. Last hit goes to Happy. Of course, nice little mantle. Love to see it.
Oh.
It's all about slowing the undead down again.
Almost opportunity for a steal right there. With the one turtle being low HP. But it also goes to Happy. 0 XP so far for the Farseer. And now Happy will try to get the second green camp, probably. Get that level 2. Starting off with the mantle is nice already. This is a map where you can stack your heroes like crazy if you find the right ones. Couple of mantles, couple of slippers, couple of claws, and then there's going to be plenty of damage. But then again, I guess slippers not so good, because this should once again be Alchemist against the Mass Air.
Meta, I would say. We got a couple more subs before we will go into the nitty gritty. Cien, can he burn the flip? Thank you all. Still no last hit for Lin, but that's nothing to worry about really. As the DK is at 40%, and that's already an accomplishment.
Gets level 2 finally. That is the first step towards feeling more comfortable for Happy. And Lin knows where the ghouls are heading, most likely. To the green camps is where they always want to go. And like I said at the start, it's easy for the Death Knight here and the ghouls to creep all the greens, pick up all the items. That's a nice boost if you get the right items right away, but it won't be enough for level 3. Getting the level 3 is going to be the first real challenge for Happy this week.
As so often, man, these wolf fangs are always close to the target, but not enough. And all of a sudden, Happy kind of switches it up, right? Way more pressure on the Farseer than usual.
Yeah, once he had level 2 in the DK, he was eagerly ready as well to go for some right clicks there against him. Oh, Wolf Block trying to steal the item, but Happy gets it. It's only a cloak, but it's also 70 Gs. Lin waiting for the Shadow Hunter. Wants him to join as soon as possible. Then the momentum swings in Lin's direction.
He gets some good creeping done. Some good item hunting here. No losses on... Oh, there we go. That's a steal. Preventing level 3 for a long time. On Northern Isles, Happy was losing some ghouls, and this might be the first one. Oh! Almost looked like a low damage roll. Come on. Got it.
I said it's a pretty successful early game for Lin. He got 1 creep steal, he got 1 ghoul kill, and the DK is still far away from 3. This is what this map oftentimes can deliver for you. Understandable map pick for Lin. So now, what's the plan for Happy? Where's he gonna go? How is he gonna get that level up?
That is the question. Wyvern it is, confirmed. Could still play it in various ways. Especially timings of techs, timings of bats, timings of Kodos maybe. Happy got a good inventory. Nothing to be ultra satisfied about. Oh, Hex here. Going for the DK? He got a potion already. He's expecting this.
Yeah. Good anticipation by Happy. He got the potion, but that might not save him necessarily. There's 4 hexes total. The Death Knight still has to be cautious, especially once Wyvern joined the field. The ghouls, though, are the easier kills. That 1 ghoul should fall, shouldn't it?
Should, but also the hands of Happy, you never know. But okay, not even he can prevent that. Z Carter, thank you for the gift sub. Alan5, thank you for the dono. We got a hype train going on. 2-2 as this game deserves. Farseer needs to retreat. 2 bruised, needs to heal self. Shadowhunter carries 1, but needs to be left alone for the time being. I feel like Lin is playing Shadowhunter and Wyvern timing really well, but it's not like he's super far ahead.
Yeah, 3 ghoul kills early game though. That's good. DK not being level 3, that's very good. Lin here with a really good start into this game. Still need to respect the Coil Nova though, but only level 1 Coil is less scary. Lin looking for the next round of attack.
Okay, that heal self was really good. Was in Coil Nova threshold. Always gotta worry about that. And now the mid game unfolds. Happy is going Gargs this time, rightfully so. Jay Salarex also rightfully so, gifting us 5 subs. Hype train is getting some momentum.
Happy doesn't want to give away this creep too easily. There's no healing on Lin anymore, so taking damage now from the creeps is pretty painful. And of course with the Nova, Happy can try to secure the last hit here without too much difficulty. Mana low on the Orc side as well, but there is still one Hex.
Of course, love that he has the first Bad Rider out. Both will end up at 50 in no time. This is the coil, and with that, needs to use the Nova for the Magi. Doesn't get it because of the Hex. And again, Lin playing this really, really, really well.
Yeah, Lin definitely has a bit of a lead after this early game. But Happy's strongest point, obviously, still just to come. With Destros and Triple Hero and Orb and Hero levels, that's when Happy becomes the scariest. So far, the early game was honestly pretty bad for Happy. He got little experience, he lost a bunch of ghouls. Lin is playing the map very, very well. But there's still lots of camps on the map, so Happy can still recover on levels.
100 bits by destruction. Lin, what a god, 100%. You gotta scroll of the beast, man. That's kinda scary for a timing, but destroyers are coming. Thing is, you have to hold back a dispel, I guess, against Hex. And we got Scroll of the Beast on the other side as well. Alchemist one more time. Here we see the splits that worked so wonderfully in the Sword Cup. One Bad Rider nuke, though. That's a lot of potential damage and a guaranteed nuke gone. But the nuke ends up on the DK, who once again has no TP. Scroll of the Beast. The DK is just dead!
And the Lich might follow. Lin with the perfect timing here. Another hero kill. Could be the end already. Lich is trying to get away. But the Wyvern over the trees should be able to get the connection. Lich trying to move perfectly, but he will go down. Didn't get off another Nova. Only one hero left for Happy. And Lin may have finally done it.
Oh my god, smelling blood in the water, getting a double kill. Happy getting punished for his greed. He got a potion on the right-hand side, but here he came unequipped, no TP, no invul, no healing. And now he's down 2 heroes, the most important heroes. Lin is tearing him apart again, like at the beginning of the series.
Lich is about to be back though. Only level 1 doesn't take long to revive. Lin needs to make sure not to throw this lead away. Level 3, Farseer. His levels are looking so good. 3-3 against 3-1-1.
Happy struggling. Can he get the last hit here? There is no spell available. New bats are coming in. Could detonate against the Destro, take it out easy. Not yet. Holds it for later. But he never allows Happy to go for a big amount of air units.
Lin now out of mana. This is where the game or the fight could turn around in Happy's favor. Happy has a statue, regenning all the time. Lich in a bad position once again. Destroyer getting blown up by the gargoyle right there. I mean by the Bad Rider right there. And the Wyvern nicely microed back. Coil used. Lich in trouble. Chain Lightning could be his end. But he just gets on Blight in time.
But Happy's bleeding. Everywhere. Where's the silver lining? Look for the silver lining. Lich about to be dead. Destroyers kinda countered. Wyvern numbers reduced. That takes away from Lin's momentum. And this time, he doesn't want to overpace. He doesn't want to overcommit. Rather play it safe as you can. Against Happy. If things go according to plan, Lin wins this now.
But if Happy gets a bunch more levels, there's still more threat available. Big Invuln here is really good as well. Lin has shown his willingness to go for a bunch of hero focus. And moving across the map right away again. Lin is looking for the next attack.
Of course, you don't want to give Happy an inch. He makes great use of that, always. As we just saw on Lost Temple. But one more attack, one more ambush, and this might just be a double kill again.
Nova hitting the air units right away. Speed scroll, and in we go. What's the target? There is a coil, a beautiful dispel on all the speed scroll, but the bads connect. The destroyer is gone. And there's almost no mana left on Happy anymore.
Exactly. That opens up the skies. Another Garg falling as well. Happy is just running. Lin, as you said, also no mana there for a Hex, but maybe he doesn't need that. Can still outmaneuver him. Happy is with the movement speed aura, but the Wyvern poisoned the Shadow Hunter block. Shadow Hunter far forward, almost acting like a tank here. And the heroes are about to drop. But again, Lin not forcing the issue. Calm and collected, step by step, towards the grand final.
Has the clarity running here on the Shadow Hunter. That's big. Healing is still of crucial importance. Goes for both sides. Happy doesn't want to give away the center.
Understandably so. Big rewards also for us. Thank you very much, JCelerex, for another gifted sub. Also, Plosux for another gifted sub. You guys are generous here with the weekend coming up. I like it. What can Happy do, though?
Picks up the invulnerable heal scroll here. That is kind of a big deal. Happy can produce more. 200 gold. Lin at 50 supply already, though. He's got the supply lead, clearly. But more destroyers being morphed. 2 destroyers now up in the air. 2 Gargs as well. And more destroyers still to come.
Needs more bats to counter this, I guess. Acid Bomb hitting big. The splits again. Not perfect. Magnificent heal scroll. Still can't prevent that destroyer kill. Wyvern safe to the side with the heal wave. Now the Shadow Hunter out of mana. No potential for Hex. Really takes care of the destroyers first and foremost to open up the ground for the wolves to a degree. But that Wyvern can't be saved anymore.
Supply is even.
Yep. And the heroes are clearly in Happy's favor now.
That heal scroll there was big by Happy. Heal scroll and invuln picked up from the shop. Healing up against the AoE from the bats. The Wyvern get one more kill. Destroyer goes down. 5 supply again taken out. Heavy losses on both sides.
We can recover better. So far it's Lin. Once again, if you use bats, your opponent doesn't get XP, but you do. This helps. Reflected in an almost 4 FS, the level 4 SH as well. Both falling back a little. Lin is working on defense upgrades. I love this. For the Wyvern. More bats as well. Happy's trying to get an air army together. But it's so hard against Bat Riders. And with that, no resources for armor upgrades would be so helpful.
This is the big problem, I think, here. Looking towards the very late game. Happy only has 1 ghoul left. He can't really remake ghouls because he needs to make army. His lumber is in the trash can. He just can't get any upgrades.
That's right. We get an upgrade to the sub counter. Thank you, Map Heaven. 6-month resub. Love it. Red spot time now. The more important one for Lin. Cloak of Flames. Nah.
That is at least a bunch of gold. The item itself won't be of much help. Rune Bracers, also bad item for Happy. That's going to be sold. The Talisman of Evasion may be good against the Wyvern, but doesn't help against Hex. Lin closed it up level 5. That's pretty sick this early on.
Yeah. The bats, man. The magic of bats on the XP bar. But I can't help but feel that Happy has a pretty clear vision on how to win this game.
Heroes. Heroes is the answer. Some Wyvern and Bad Riders split off, trying to harass Happy's main base, and the lumber is so low he can't afford towers.
Yep.
Oh, this is heavy losses for Happy as well. Very expensive.
And he has to react before going to the red spot. That takes him off the map. Doesn't prevent any big level ups though, but the big item. Okay, he makes the call to defend with the DK Destro only. Not sure if that's doing too much.
Could have blown up the destroyer here if he was looking closer. Oh man, those 2 bats. Oh,
that
only
hurts.
1 goes down. Okay.
That's another red spot here. Maybe this item's better. Vamp Aura. Should work on bats, right? So they explode and then come back.
Oh yeah.
Kind of melee damage.
Double kaboom. Let's go. Happy big red camp. What is it for him? Oh, only his own aura.
His heroes are so low, man. Oh my god.
And Lin is rich. Lin is stupid rich.
Yeah, he didn't have any expenses, really. A couple of heal selves, maybe, but he was banking at 50 for a long time. Didn't lose anything except that 1 bad rider. And Happy can't go higher than 40. He's supply blocked still. And he can't catch up to 60.
And Happy is on the one spot on the map, by the way, where you cannot make ziggurats behind the gold mine. Behind the gold mine at the bottom right corner. You can't make a ziggurat behind. The one arclight is always exposed.
True. Oh, true. Oh, this is so true. Death by 1,000.
And Invisibles now as well. Lin is playing this so well. A little cheesy, a little lame-o mode. But it don't matter. Whatever it takes.
Dude? Who cares? A W is a W. Oh, this threw Happy off. It is a 22 supply lead for Lin.
W scroll. Double level 5. 2-1 upgrades. Only thing missing is an expansion. He sent a peon to the red. Unfortunately, there's still creeps there. So that's a bit of a whoopsie. And then otherwise, perfect game by Lin. The best orc of all time.
Undisputed. Alrighty. Happy has 3 invo potions. Maybe the hero focus doesn't work that well. Bats connect, takes out another destroyer. 2 left. The Wyvern should be able to deal with that with the help of Raiders. Alchemist about to drop. Does some good damage against the Wyvern. Amazing army movement, but maybe that's not enough. Almost. Oh! Can't use it for potion when you're hexed! You said it before, Remo! What a call! GG! Lin in the grand final and Happy down. Oh boy! That relief! Rare to see this by Lin. Nice recovery. After the throw on Lost Temple, he put it together after a little bit of a break. And throws Happy into the lower bracket. What a performance by Lin, dude. What a performance by Lin.
Super well played by Lin, deservingly going into the grand final through the upper bracket. And we finally have a real contender to beat Happy as well. For a long time it was only Fortitude, now it's Lin also. This is the second win in a row. In the Huashan Sword Cup, it was a 2-1, now a 3-1. For Lin. And Happy for once doesn't come back from the initial deficit in the series. Coming alive a bit too late. The first 2 maps, Happy just simply played a little poorly. Believe it or not, he played a little bit poorly. Something that normally we never see happen for him. And that means he drops into the lower bracket against another one of his big rivals, Fortitude, to be faced tomorrow.